locomotion. It's the job that I blame. Very cool with the slick of the rain. Pushing the weapon inclined plane. The chord right feel of the hand like the sting. Jack, you watch them too, are they sing? And you notice how they always complain. It's just so smooth and profane. These are the sounds of no trains. Not those screeching brakes up here. Rusty ties that get me tearing. It's unrequited orchestra of locomotion. Come on, everybody, locomotion. Come on, everybody, locomotion, locomotion. Come on, everybody, locomotion. Come on, locomotion. Come on, everybody, locomotion. Come on, everybody, locomotion. Come on, everybody, locomotion. Come on, locomotion.
Can I just play the whole song? Can I just play the whole fucking song, like, on stream? I mean, there's not, like, a reason why I can't, other than everybody's attention span. That's an OK Go song, just so you guys know. That's OK Go. That's a very, very early OK Go song. And it is fucking awesome, and you cannot find it anywhere except a really garbage YouTube upload, which is super frustrating. Jake says, it's okay, I can mute this stream. Jake, you have no taste. You have no taste. I'm sorry. I can actually... I found this out while I was clicking around YouTube Studio. Apparently, I can... hello, Gibby. Hello, Nia. Apparently, I can do a poll, and I can do a Q&A. So, I will have to remember this next time I'm asking chat which fucking wing I should pick. But anyway. How's the last week of everybody's life been? It is Marito on a glorious Sunday. Sunday? Tuesday? Tuesday. Glorious Tuesday evening. I like to think that I'm returning to planet Earth, but perhaps not. I'm not sure. I had an epiphany, I think. See, Jake, I feel the same way. I feel the same. Let's give you guys something to look at while I talk a little bit. I won't take forever. I know that I have a habit of taking forever. I only have one little story actually to share, and I think actually let me do that. What was your epiphany, Jake? YouTube stuff not important, really. Yeah. I think for me this year has been suddenly coming to terms with the fact that a lot of things... By the way, happy 7 years of Marito. Happy 7 years of whatever the fuck has happened. It's just been sort of a realization that getting used to things not really... I don't want to say not turning out the way that you wanted them to, because that makes it sound like everything is shit. But it's just kind of like a realization that things go in a different direction than you plan, and you just sort of have to roll with it, even if you feel massively out of place. You know, just the usual shit. By the way, the one quick story that I do have, I have one very, very nice technical improvement on board for me more than you, which is I'm using the digital out on my PS2 now for the audio. So if you don't know, all PS2s, because a big selling point of them was that they were DVD players, they all have a Toslink port. Toslink, I don't know how you say that, SPDIF, something like that, SPDIF, optical out, I don't know what the fuck you call it, but, because it's got a whole bunch of names. But the good thing about this port is that it gives you lag-free audio. And you might know that if you play old video games on a modern TV, they have serious lag issues a lot of the time. So when I was playing rhythm games and stuff, I would find that it'd be a lot freaking easier to just mute the audio, which kind of ruins the point of the game, you know? So I was scrolling through Reddit, and somebody on r/Guitar Hero had pointed out that they had gotten an optical out to 3.5mm converter. And this is, you know, enables you to hear the game lag free, as opposed to how it goes through component cables or something like that. So as a result, next time I play rhythm games, it's going to be lag free. I've already noticed major gains in my ability to keep time and play like really timing strict parts. I haven't even played frequency yet with it. I should, because I bet that that's going to be like way fucking easier to play when I get to the harder songs. But yeah, so you might notice it a little bit. I'm not really sure. If you ever noticed like audio bleed from my mic, from the TV speakers, I have those muted now. So they're going to be going through my big speakers. So hopefully there's going to be a little less bleed. And in my case, everything is going to be in proper sync. So that's very nice. Is that coming through my speakers or is that coming through my TV? It's coming through my speakers. Okay, so things are working correctly. This is a bit in the system settings where you actually set that digital out optical. Yeah, now I can't hear anything. Now I can. Okay, so that is indeed coming through my speakers. So Kebby is making a Blevo PNG tuber. So you now don't have to keep the volume very low so we can hear it normally. Yes, that's another big benefit. I'll be able to hear the game clearly. Hopefully there will be a little bit more separation in the room because the speakers are going to be a couple feet away from the microphone as opposed to like less than a foot away from the microphone. So things should be a little clearer for you guys, but most importantly for me, lag free. So that way there's no separation between the game audio and what's actually entering my eyeballs. But anyway, let's get the game going. That was like a 6-minute intro. I think that's the newest record for shortest Marf intro. But yeah, 7 years. I would have missed it, by the way. I would have missed 7 years of Switch 2 comes out tomorrow. Interestingly enough, the Croc remaster also comes out tomorrow. Croc, The Legend of the Gobos. That comes out tomorrow too, so I guess it's a big day for gaming. I know the Switch 2 is obviously a little bit bigger than Croc, but just interesting that they came out the same day, whatever. But yeah, happy 7 years of Marito. That's kind of crazy. I would have missed it had Kebby not told me, to be perfectly honest. Let me go ahead and switch my TV to the proper input. It has been a while. It's been a very strange ride. Not a bad ride. I definitely think that in some ways things have improved a whole lot. But, like I said, just a lot of things I've got to kind of, I guess, get used to. As far as how things have gone. Croc, The Legend of the Planet Dubbo. Yay. What the hell? Sorry, they changed which order the are we in component? Can I really only change it from the main menu? I guess so. Oh, do I have to watch the fucking logo again? Really? I know the first game did this, but like, I'm just double checking to make sure that we're actually using progressive. We're not. Jesus. Okay, that's why. I was like, man, this looks worse. There we go. Now it's looking clear. Okay. Now we can continue. I'll pop in a frozen pizza in honor. I do like a good frozen pizza. I had refrigerated frozen pizza earlier, as in it was cooked and then refrigerated. I don't like to reheat my pizza. I think it makes it taste and feel fucking wrong. I like the chewiness of it. Anyway, where were we at? I think we bought some guns, right? That tends to be pretty fair as far as this game goes, right? With the lava gun, and then the mini rocket gun, and that plasma coil's looking nice. One of these days, I'll do a pizza stream where I cook a pizza in real time and play pizza-related games. That's a spicy meatball of an idea, Jake. I approve. I think reheating in the air fryer is okay. Microwave is sad face. Yeah, air fryer is pretty good. But I also have to wait for that, and I'm a man. I don't like to wait for shit. So instead, I will just go ahead and motherfucking eat it cold, which again I like anyway. So it's not a huge deal to me. Did I do everything on the planet? Explore the testing facility. That's what we're missing. He's a hungry man. You can either have it soggy or have it full of hard metals. Oh, I remember this shit. Yes, okay. And then I totally fucked this up. Well, like I always do. Oh, yeah. Nope, see you later. We're just gonna run through this. Am I normally able to control my camera? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I thought my analog sticks were bugged. See you later. See, I think I was meant to do this a little bit more stealthy, but, no. Pizza stream is a very good call. Hello, Savannah. Sorry, hold on. Let me go ahead and start spewing my hot load all over everybody, because I've completely forgotten that I'm playing Ratchet and Clank and need to use guns. Oh, it's so weird being able to hear the game so fucking clearly through my big speakers. I don't know. Can you guys hear that at all? Because I hope not, because it's sounding good as shit to me. I'm sorry, I didn't get hurt by anything, motherfuckers. Mike is muted, we can't hear anything. Jake, you're full of shit. If I was actually muted, you wouldn't have thought to answer, because you... That's right. That's how we do. Video is missing, too. Alright, chat wants to be chat. That's fine. That's fair. I see how it is. Ah! Okay, so this is one of them puzzles where you gotta, like, time it right. Hello, Moon. Moon. What's good? Alright, just gotta be quick about this. Yeah, there we go. First try. Fuck you. Gonna make a Marf VTuber. It's not the freakiest thing I've ever seen someone do with Marf, to be perfectly honest. There was this person, if you go back into my earliest streams, it's probably still in the VODs. Hold on, let's let the cutscene play.
The power appears to be out in this entire area.
You're right. I better call a maintenance bot. Let's just follow him and fix it ourselves.
Alright.
You need the glider.
I need the glider here. Do I not have the glider? Didn't I get that last stream? Am I stupid? I think you got the jet wings and not the glider. Okay, that's very fair. I'm alright, Moon. I've been doing a little bit of reminiscing. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Partially motivated by the recent settlement in the Billy Mitchell-Carl Jobs case, which the decision came out yesterday. I have a hard time with Australia time zones, but I assume it was yesterday because it was last night for me. Well, now that I say that, it would have been yesterday for fucking everybody then. But, yeah, Carl fucking lost, and I didn't really notice it at the time, that it would be so obvious, the end result. But now that I look back on it, it's like, oh, yeah, that was obviously going to happen. I'm not happy about it, but it's pretty obvious, and I also... Sorry to hear that they're disrupting your food with bingo, DCB. I'm sorry that you live with old people. But yeah, that got me thinking about, like, because I saw a post from none other than Goose, our White Goose, about it, and I've always liked Goose. I've always felt sort of kin with Goose. So, and I always thought that he got rat fucked back in 2018 when a bunch of the shit went down, because, you know, he was all the old, you know, the old head elite people were, you know, edgy shit posters, but then suddenly some of them wanted to LARP as, like, business people, and went, no, I was never friends with Goose, and that was exactly what Carl Jobs did. It just always rubbed me the wrong way, because, you know, Carl has himself been caught in saying some pretty spicy things, and having, I think, pickup artist tendencies, not like he was actively pursuing women, but there's like again, the example I always give, if you watch the VOD for the Damn 52 run, there's like a thing in the top, he's advertising like life advice nights, which, if you're a speedrunner and you're about to give me life advice, I don't know about that one. So, but yeah, so I don't know, it's just interesting to see how everything went down, and seeing Goose, and I feel like Goose was able to get out of it. Obviously his reach is much smaller than it used to be, but he was able to get out of it without, like, really compromising himself, I feel, unlike everyone else. Yeah, exactly. Speedrunners are known to have very well-balanced lives. Just ask Mark Rutsu for that. So anyway, I guess I gotta go find the glider on another planet. So let me make sure I've done everything on these planets, right? Got all those. That one good. That one good. Done. Explore the area. That must be where we get the glider. Slander is now illegal. Thank God that they finally made slander illegal. For a long time, you could just say that someone likes raping kids and get away with it. It was a harsh, cruel world out there. If you have enough money, you can still do that, but, you know. I remember you can use the glider on Tabora, but I don't know if you get it there. There's an underground area near the landing area. Well, I mean, worst case scenario, I'll just go farm some more crystals, because that was fun. Come on. There we go. It's a good way to level up some weapons, you know? Again, I'm still trying to remember what the level up for the lava gun is. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, it was indeed a downgrade. So enjoy the hot drippy goo while it lasts, kids. They're speed running this bingo game. You're telling me that we're doing any percent bingo tonight? That's impressive. How are they gonna shave some off the world record this time? Yeah, but I want to look cool for my fucking friends. If I zoom in, I'll look like a nerd. Ooh. They're turning the crank really fast. Me too. Alright, so the meteor gun. Let's see what it can do. Ah, it comes out chunky now. Really, YouTube? Did you need to flag the person calling me a nerd in my chat? Do you think my feelings are that fucking easily hurt? Really? Alright. Let's see how this thing does in actual combat. The answer is not very well so far. I will say this is a grave disappointment. But it is also satisfying to have upgraded another gun. So. Oh shit, I didn't kill him. There we go. Got him. I really hope that when people see me, I'm in the dork spectrum more than geek or nerd. I think I'm chess club material. Unfortunately, the thing about the whole geek, dork, nerd thing, it's very undefined, you know? These things are very, very undefined. So I'm kind of like, do I really care about the differences? Either way, some people are going to think I'm a cool wolf and some people won't. So you have very dork vibes. See, I don't know. Maybe that's fair. This is all that matters in the end of the day. Absolutely. This is reminding me so much of like the shittiest Gmod map you can find. I love it. This is somebody who just found out how to use displacements. You know, sometimes it is a... Oh, there's a platinum bolt. Ooh. There's a platinum bolt. Guys, it's a platinum bolt. But yeah, sometimes it is a... There we go. DCB got it. That's the way that you have to do it. It's like the Clover thing, you know? Nice Half-Life 2 reference, Jake. Shout out to Half-Life 2 RTX, it's like a meme mod basically, because RTX is a fucking meme. Has anybody ever gone, man, this game would look so much better if we had ray tracing? Has anybody in the history of mankind gone, man, this game would make me cream my jeans if it had ray tracing? Not a soul. Not one fucking person. Anyway, but yeah, the thing that kind of sucks about having so many interests is that they all take up a little bit of your time, and it's especially harsh when you already have, you know. Wait, have you seen the demo? It's got missing textures up the wazoo. You serious? They fucked it up? The game already existed. How do you fuck it up? Ray tracing makes games look bad. Absolutely. I remember when it was like a novel thing. Like, again, back in the days of like, oh, Quake 2 ray tracing. Like, oh, that's neat. It means I do have to play Quake 2, but like, that's kind of neat. And then you just move on with your day. Like, oh, that's neat. And that's kind of all it ever was, you know. A bunch of the textures are just white. It kind of reminds me of when they started adding HDR to like old Source games, and it completely fucked the lighting up on them. Best part is halfway through, the explosive barrels turn white. Yeah, exactly. That's the kind of thing I think of, where they fuck up the specular on it, on like the textures and stuff, so they look incorrect. The levels and the textures and models just look incorrect, you know? I find that so interesting. It didn't need to get changed. Turns out the game existed just fine. Just fine. And we didn't need to change anything. It's been a decade and ray tracing still looks smeary and uncanny. Well, now they're doing that bullshit with like AI upscaling of frames. This game is a total shock to me. Not really a shock, but like I didn't know this was a thing going on until I watched that LGR video about the minis forum. And that was my first time of getting an actual like look at some new games, because I obviously don't pay attention to new games. I barely pay attention to old games. And just seeing like, oh, by the way, there's this feature that you can use to make everything look like the fucking like digital stabilizer tool in YouTube. Oh boy, that's what I wanted out of my games. It's all a scam. It's all a scam. The only thing that isn't a scam these days is churros. But yeah, it's kind of the, sorry, chat got busy talking about AI frames. I got a flashback to me making a tiny cliff map where you mentioned displacements. I'll see if I still have it somewhere. I wanted to mess around with the displacements. I still have most of my old experimental source maps. They were not good, but they were fun. And I think the oldest one I have dates back to May 2013. So happy 12 fucking years of me playing with level editors. Oh, what the shit's going on there? Oh, okay, I thought it was a castle that was swaying in the breeze. I was like, that's fucking trippy. I didn't know that they put desert mirages in this game. Your map editing career can drink and drive. Jake, that's 12. That's 21, not 12. Sorry. Maybe in Europe. Maybe in Europe. I don't know. They got much more lax alcohol laws than we do. If I don't shave, I don't get carded at Tesco. No, not in Europe. Yeah, obviously, it's a fucking joke. But yeah, no, it's kind of a shame. I never have enough time to do all the things I want to do. I've kind of gotten so... It has the neuroplasticity to do it. You're going to start talking to me about microplastics next or something. Ooh, I have the magnet boots. Let's do it, chat. Let's see where this goes.
Buried deep beneath this planet's surface is precious raritanium.
I wonder if alcoholism would improve my mathematics. I'd say try it. I'd say give it a go. I mean, it can't make it any worse. Drill, baby, drill. Oh, yeah. I see there's a radar for it and everything. That's exciting. Nope. Awesome video, by the way, man. Yeah, Jake, it was fun to watch. Although you pissed Cabby off something chronic by not reading. Just saying. She was like, I had to stop watching because Jake would not read anything and then get confused. I posted 4 today. Which one? All of them. Great work, Jake. Keep it up. Proud of you. Ratchet the blue collar worker. I don't know. There's something satisfying about this. This has the vibes of like Power Wash Simulator or something, kind of. Honestly, like I could just be out here harvesting crystals all day. There's a term for it. Back when I used to read TV tropes, It's called Sidetracked by the Golden Saucer. This is the Golden Saucer right here. If you start attacking my mining rig, I will fuck your dad. There we go. Yeah. Why am I better at piloting this mining machine than I am in real life with a forklift? Not a forklift, pallet jack. I see guys in the warehouse who are able to just whip that shit around like they're cocks, and I'm like, man, nah, I'm too scared that I'm gonna just destroy $2,000 worth of fucking cheap beer. And then I might have to pay for it, and I won't even get to drink any of it. But yeah, no, there's so much I want to. There's just so much I want to do, so much I want to make, you know. And it's very difficult because the thing that you don't want to do. I'm not forklift certified, actually. I was debating it briefly because I think I could easily make another like $5 to $8 an hour plus what I already do if I was, but I am not. And I don't really know how much I really want to work in a warehouse forever. I thought you were trying to slow down this year. I thought so as well, but like, I don't know. I'm in. It's so weird. I want to like make stuff for like a dozen different games, and I want to draw things and all this other stuff. But then there's the Sorry. I just realized I can beat this shit out of guys with my thingy, which is cool. I love beating the shit out of guys with my thingy. I think it told me how to pilot this thing and some controls and stuff at the start, and I didn't read any of those because real men don't need instructions. Let me get out of the mining machine really quick, because there's some guys I gotta take care of. After 17, it's all over for you. Man, can you believe that there's like 16-year-olds walking around today who honestly believe that shit? Can you believe that they're like, man, if you don't start when you're 12, don't even bother. That's so fucking sad. We're doing such a disservice to our children. If you don't start when you're still in utero, I don't know, it's over. You've hit the wall, I'm sorry to say. If you exist, it's over. Well, I mean, there's plenty of people who believe that. I prefer not to, but it is a thing. What else can I use? I can use my pulse rifle. Ooh, I'm getting ready to upgrade this thing. Hold on. I don't exist. Is it over for me? If you don't exist, DCB, I am like legitimately sad. Nope, see you later. You can't touch me. That's a line in a Queens of the Stone Age song. You can't lose it if you never had it. Which is maybe a good way to look at it, question mark? I don't know. I don't understand anything. I've been talking to Cleverbot for 10 years. Shout out Cleverbot. You guys remember when we fuck ChatGPT, we would talk to Cleverbot, and it would talk, I don't even remember what the Cleverbot memes were. I just remember that Cleverbot was a thing. That was a thing. But yeah, no, I did say I was going to slow down this year, but it's just been hard. Like, I want to... At the moment, I've really been trying to grind on doing Marf GH stuff. Because I just would... It would genuinely, like, bum me out if we got to December and there still wasn't, like, a thing. For all the time and effort I put into Guitar Hero, if there still wasn't, like, a custom disc from me. Because, especially now that it's gotten so serious, you know, I have the set list, I have all these brand new fucking features, like, it's great, it's absolutely fucking great, but, man, I'm sorry, did I just take him out in one hit? 2015, 2016, I thought, I'm not sure what the years refer to. But, yeah, it would just bum me out if I didn't actually finish anything. So I've been, like, trying to do that. And I'm still perpetually, like, oh, I should probably finish up my website. But it requires me to, like, line stuff. And, man. It's not that I hate lining. It's just that I am so out of, like, the habit, you know. I don't know. There's lots of things that I want to do. And, unfortunately, I have to spend 8.5 to 10 hours every single fucking day at a warehouse. Selling beer to people with missing teeth. To be honest, like, you know, getting paid is nice, but it's just a number going up in my bank account, to be honest. It doesn't mean shit to me. See what I said in the intro about having to come to terms with a lot of things. It's all good, no worries. Come on. July 5th, 2015 was when enet.neocities was registered. Isn't that crazy to think that NeoCities is like, on its like, what, 10th year at this point? The turnover on that site is fucking crazy. Like, genuinely, it is crazy how often people come and go from it. NeoCities was started in 2013. Can you believe it's been 12 fucking years of NeoCities? According to Jake, it can drink now. Yeah, you're right, actually. This meteor gun sucks fucking shit. You're right. There we go. Got him. It's been 12 years since John left Game Grumps. Why the fuck is 2013 such a pivotal year for people? That's crazy. I think 2013 was around the time that I had played this game for the first time too, right? We might have actually lived here at this house. I know that I'm like killing myself, but whatever. Whatever, I'm not really paying attention. I can get slapped around a bit. I like it. I think that was the year when the internet went fully mainstream. That reminds me of all of the images I've seen of, like, people saying that 2007 was the year that the internet went to shit. It's kind of compelling. I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of compelling to hear people say that. You know, there's like the, because the iPhone came out that year, 4chan kind of went mainstream with the hacker known as 4chan shit on Fox. The Big Bang Theory started that year, so thank you, Big Bang Theory, for making nerd shit incredibly mainstream and awkward. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Can you believe I've already gotten 26 crystals? That's crazy. There we go. These things, it's not fun trying to take them out with a meteor gun, but also I'm kind of out of a lot of ammo right now, and I enjoy pain. It's alright. No big deal. I don't know, all I've drawn have been pencil doodles. Wasn't the last thing I fully lined that collie some months back? Is that the one I paid you for? That's still a really good collie. Use the Seeker gun. I do have that, you're correct. Actually, I tell you what I'll do. We'll give it some time. Oh man. I don't even have to aim. What the fuck? I don't even have to aim. That's crazy. Also, yeah, I do occasionally be like, hey, if I give you money, will you draw your sonas? I don't know why. Money makes people do crazy things. And I feel like the thing also is that a lot of my own characters, and I mean, I've been dealing with this for fucking forever. This is yet another project. I'm like, I want to add all my characters to my fucking playhouse, because I kind of have to draw them before anyone else knows what they look like. I know that was a thing for fucking forever. It was Kevin was like, no, I want you to design it. I don't want to impart how I see your characters on you, which, you know, obviously I appreciate. That's you know, super nice, but it does mean that they sit around for a whole bunch of years with no visual representation. So it's a lot easier if I just say, hey, you draw your own stuff and I'll pay you for it. To be perfectly honest. Yeah, no, exactly. It's so easy. If it's already there, it just works, you know. Oh, I do have blitz cannon ammo. Finally, a gun that I can actually use. I'm about to pop in a pizza, so don't talk until I get back. All right, that's all good. No worries. Anyway, now that Jake's gone. Something Star Wars Tatooine. Honestly, I have not. I didn't even connect the Tatooine stuff. I said that this looked like a Half-Life map, like a really shitty Garry's Mod map. Hello Yoshi. What's good? Oh. Eat shit. Oh, he's not dead. I thought he was dead. How many more crystals we got? This is what, 32,000 bolts? 34 crystals remaining. Let's keep going. I got my revival kit assembled and it feels epic. I don't remember if I mentioned it. Good shit. I mentioned at the start of this stream, actually, that I have upgraded my rhythm game setup slightly myself. I'm now using digital audio out for my PlayStation, as opposed to using just the normal cables and dealing with the slight audio lag of playing on an HD TV. I'm actually now running the audio to my stereo instead, which is very, very nice, because obviously there's no lag, and I've already gotten way better at Guitar Hero as a result. It turns out when the audio isn't half a second out of sync, it makes it a lot easier to play. That's weird. That's weird shit like that. Also, since obviously you know me first from NeoCities, happy Merryversary. It's been 7 fucking years. 7 goddamn years since I was a blight on everybody else's life like this. I'd say it's been absolutely worth it. Now I gotta go find where we were. I don't even know where the fucking mining rig went. Almost 8 years old on NeoCities. Man, time sure flies. It's crazy. Butterfly effect gives me the dizzies. That was one of the things that Goose was talking about as well. He was like, did I cause all of the Apollo Legend stuff? Did I cause all the Carl stuff? Butterfly effect, something like that? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Unfortunately, I've quit drinking for a moment. So I cannot comment on those matters. I haven't updated mine in months, but I'm sure I'll find something to update or make. I'm so perpetually like 10 minutes away from having my site properly fucking finished. I just have to line that cami. Actually, I didn't even... If you go to my journal, you can see it. I sketched out a cami and a Marth, which came out really, really cute. I can't wait to line it. But that's going to be the graphic for Hi-Fi. Lincion.tumblr.com. Yeah, no, you've just never been too happy with your sites past like 2020, which is really, really sad because, I mean, there's a reason you got invited specifically to Somnol and Kebi and all that, and most people did not, and it's just because, you guys obviously, fitting me as friends, but then also just, having sites that I liked, Kebi doesn't update hers a whole lot either. Though, to be fair, hers is kind of like in that space where it doesn't need to be updated a ton. It's just got, like, stuff on it. It's not like it needs, like, an art gallery or anything, It's kind of the ideal for Mary.Somnol. And, I mean, in all fairness, I really haven't needed to update, like, no-fi and lo-fi with stuff. I just kind of punch album reviews into a database occasionally. Yeah, but it is nice to have, people's websites be a thing, because obviously that was kind of our thing for a long time, Even if you're doing other stuff, it's still nice to have that going on. Yeah, that's all right. Let me go down here and do the thing. What? What happened to all the ore I got? Why do I only have 2 crystals? Did I miss something? Am I stupid? You sold the rest. What the fuck have I been drilling for then? Oh, raritanium. That's why. This is a raritanium fucking miner. Did I hear about the Carl lawsuit thing? Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. I'm sorry, I completely forgot the fact that we're mining for raritanium and not crystals. Jesus. I'm obviously not happy about the way that it turned out, but looking back on it, I'm very not surprised at what happened. I'm very not surprised that... And, I mean, Carl, he failed the #1 thing about any lawsuit, which is that you don't talk about the lawsuit until it's over. And then he broke the second rule of lawsuits, which is to fucking settle as soon as possible, because lawsuits are expensive, and you're probably going to lose. So, Also, I'm not back yet. Sorry, Jake. You snooze, you lose. Should I make it a forum? That sounds kind of hot. I mean, here's the thing, right? Nobody likes Billy Mitchell. Nobody. By the same token, maybe it's okay if to save yourself from 350,000 plus Australian dollars of ass fucking, you, like, I don't know, just retract your statement about the guy fucking causing Apollo Legend to kill himself. Actually, what was really interesting, and I've of course been reading some places online as they've discussed the case, including Kiwi Farms, because they have a pretty active thread about it. Somebody mentioned, and this is really, really interesting, like I said, this is the hottest of goss, right? Someone found some of Carl's old tweets specifically relating to Dark Viper AU. And if you guys don't know, they're both Australian speedrunner content creators. And the whole thing is really interesting because Carl really wanted to get on Dark Viper's good side, even though Dark Viper was a petty enough man that because Carl took sponsor money from a company affiliated with Asmongold, he completely blocked him on all of his socials, and Carl had to cry about it, you know. And I guess he thought this was a good look. I think it is not. But anyway, Dark Viper, in relation to this case, is far more culpable for the death of Apollo Legend than fucking Billy Mitchell is. Because Billy Mitchell, of course, did not help Apollo's stress. But Dark Viper actively went after Apollo, you know, at a time of great physical ailment. I'm not saying he killed him, but I am saying that it's far easier to believe that Dark Viper, and plus, you know, there's the whole thing where in Apollo's suicide note, he mentions Easyscape and Dark Viper. So you have Carl snuggling up to the guy who is far more culpable for the death of Apollo Legend than Billy, and pinning it on Billy instead. Which is like, that's a real thinky right there. That's really interesting. Huh. And I like Carl's content just fine, but it's pretty obvious that he's a rat fuck because of the way that the Goose situation went down. They were edgy shitposters together, Goose got fucking canceled, and Carl went, wait a moment, whoa, buddy, we're not friends. He just solicited advice from me a couple times. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Which is like it's cowardice. It's all cowardice because, again, these guys, they're 2000s era shitposters on a much different internet. Then they go, oh, I want to become a personality. I want to become a business with my fucking face and my name and everything. And then all the edgy shit that they did gets unearthed. And then they have to go, well, actually, I don't know. I wasn't friends with that guy. You know, I'm changed too. That's the other thing. Whereas Goose just kind of laid low for a bit and then continued making content. And like I said, his reach is a lot smaller, but at the same time, he looks far more respectable. You know? So, I don't know. I think it's really, really interesting, and I totally do not blame people. I totally do not blame people for finally realizing, like, oh, hey, Carl might be out for his own best interests. I don't know. Viper didn't make a lawsuit that he had to settle with, but I can imagine the backlash would affect him during his worst moments mentally. The thing is that Apollo Legend was very physically ill. He was talking in that suicide note about how he would throw up both from his medication and the ailment. So he was already very, very sick. And when he got into it with Dark Viper, sorry, I lost my train of thought. When he got into it with him, Dark Viper was like actively trying to get Apollo canceled, you know, for his statements about AGDQ and a bunch of shit like that. And it's like, you know, I'm not gonna say that if somebody comes after you, you don't get the ability to say something about it. But like, you know, it's clearly like somebody, just like this sick person online, right? Maybe you should like chill it the fuck out. Again, I don't think that Dark Viper was responsible other than being named. I just think it's really interesting his proximity to Carl when Carl was blaming Billy for the same thing. You know that Carl fucking knew. You know that Carl absolutely knew, like, Dark Viper and Easyscape were named in his suicide note, practically. Literally saying, thank you for giving me the push I needed. The last push. You know, that kind of shit. And then continuing to say, well, actually, it was Billy who put Apollo under such tremendous stress, when again, Dark Viper was fucking trying to cancel Apollo. So, who's far more culpable, you know, if we're really playing that game? And then, and again, Carl multiple times had the ability to retract, and he's like, I'm not letting a bully win, you know, which is just like the most pants-on-head fucking stupid thing when you're on the hook for potentially hundreds of thousands of Australian dollars. Potentially you are going to you're never going to see debt free ever fucking again. And instead you're like, well, I could really make a fool out of Billy and get like a lot of content out of it. It's like, yeah, you're dumb. And I don't think he's going to have to pay all that money. I do think that it's going to be on appeal. I do think that on appeal they're going to massively reduce it. But judges hate hubris in any country, not just in Australia. Any country, judges are going to throw the book at you if you have a big fucking ego about it. You know? So I'm not surprised that it became the judgment that it did, because over and over in the ruling, the judge was like, I hate the way that you think you are fighting a fucking dragon. You're not. You're just some dude. Yeah, no. So, about that, actually, Billy was happy about the potential news of Apollo's death. He was. And this was before Apollo had actually died. He had texted David Race, another person that he sued, and said, oop, pulse rifle upgrade. Let's see what it can do now. It's the vaporizer. Alright, let's see what this thing can do. Boing. That's some good shit right there. Where was I? Yeah, so there was a screenshot of a text conversation with him and David Race, who is the current Pac-Man champion, like world champion. He's beaten Pac-Man in the fastest time, faster than anybody. Perfect game of Pac-Man, I should say. So, and there were text conversations where he was like, oh, I'm going to laugh when Apollo is dead, which is fucking bullshit. But there are the two really biggest mistakes that Carl made in the lawsuit. Number one was his fucking counsel sucked ass through a garden hose, which is, honestly, was true on fucking both sides. Neither of them had a convincing case, which is very common for lawsuits. Sorry, I see chat has talked about a couple things. Yeah, so my issue with Carl was that he obscured it in terms of what the lawsuit was actually about. Yes, that's another thing, is that, that was the other thing. The first one was that his counsel sucked, and then the second one was that he intentionally conflated the Twin Galaxies Billy cheated shit with his own suit, and I think somebody had even dug up a video of from one of his earlier videos on Billy, and he said, direct quote, I haven't told anybody what the lawsuit is about, and I won't until after it's over. Which, looking back, maybe not the best look. Maybe that kind of sucks. Maybe he's a fucking idiot, you know? So, yeah, no, this thing is awesome. But yeah, no, it's crazy. It really is. People have these crazy lawsuits go on, and they don't realize that, again, the first rule is to keep your mouth shut, and the second rule is to settle as soon as possible, because lawsuits, even if you win, are fucking expensive. Like, sure, I think what Carl really wanted was the ability to have, say, like, oh, Billy had to pay some of my legal fees. I think that's what he was after. I think he was after, like, you know, he wanted to be able to say, I not only antagonized Billy, but I fucking got to humiliate him, and then he had to pay me money. I think he really wanted that. He wanted the hat trick. And unfortunately, completely overestimated his chances, because, again, his counsel fucking sucked. And, like, literally, there was a bit, right, at the very end of the trial where it almost, at that point, ended in a summary, like, judgment. Unrelated, but the background music of this area slaps. I've been talking too much to hear it, but I'm sure the music for these games is fucking awesome. But yeah. So, it almost won, like, he almost got Billy fucking the win by default, because his, I think they're called barristers, accidentally fucked up the timeline of events in talking to the judge, and the judge was like, wait. So you're saying that Carl actually had perfect knowledge of all the things he was saying being untrue. And somebody had to literally pull the barrister aside and be like, hey, you better fix this shit before you lose your fucking case immediately. And he did. But then, and this is another big fuck up, one of the things about Australia's defamation, because I've been following this very, very closely. I followed all the Perfect Pac-Man coverage, and now I've been seeing all of the stuff that people have been saying about it. One of the things about Australia's defamation law is that if you can prove that you reasonably thought that what you were saying was correct or that it is correct, it cannot be defamation. And they completely forgot to enter into evidence the evidence of what would have exonerated Carl thinking, that Billy caused Apollo to kill himself. Completely, just completely and utterly forgot to enter that in. And there were multiple moments from both sides where they tried to, call an audible halfway through the trial, and, while it was going on, enter stuff into evidence, and the judge had to go, hey, buddy, you can't do that. You can't fucking just enter shit into evidence just because you felt like it. There's a process for this. It was a bit funny to hear he uploaded a video about the battery case. That shit fucking blew my mind. Because I obviously checked Carl's Twitter, and I saw for a brief moment he was like, I took down the video from today. I'm like, I didn't even know there was a video today. And somebody on Kiwi Farms had grabbed it and re-uploaded it, and it was about this fucking Australian battery, I guess, vendor, not even a manufacturer, a vendor. And they had, there was a bunch of shit going on. I only watched 5 or 6 minutes of it because I was bored. I genuinely had no interest in hearing, because it's not like Carl hasn't covered non-speedrun topics before, but I don't want to hear about this random fucking lithium-ion battery vendor and how shit they are, especially given how bad of a look it is to be talking about a defamation case in Australia involving YouTubers when you have your own going on. What is the angle here, Carl? Why? What's wrong with you? Last thing I heard about this was in Carl's video announcing he was going to sue Billy. Convoluted story. Man, I don't even remember that part. Everybody's suing everybody else. Like I said last night, guys, this is one export from the United States that I'm very, very happy to take credit for. People just suing each other for the fuck of it. It's the Weird Al song. It really is the Weird Al song. Maybe I should have played that at the start. I was actually thinking, because of, Kebby mentioning the 7 years of Mariversary, whatever stuff. I was thinking of maybe playing some, Folk Implosion or Midwestern Dirt or some shit that I was listening to at the time, but I don't know. It felt like an unrequited orchestra of locomotion kind of day. He did want to fund a lawsuit for the people Billy sued falsely, but not sure. That sounds about right, but at some point, you got to know your place, right? And this is funny, because somebody jokingly, and every time that some bullshit happens with somebody on the forums, somebody says DSP outlives another, because it just never stops being funny how DSP is an utter gigantic fuck up at life and continues to do better than all of these much smarter people because they get gigantic heads about shit, right? But it's true, and Kebby had said something to the effect of DSP shows everybody how to stay in your lane. And it's true. The one benefit that DSP has over everybody else is that he doesn't try to go out and fuck with people. And as a result, although he has his own L's, they're nowhere near catastrophic as this fucking lol suit, because he's not going after people, so people don't really have a reason to go after him other than some detractors who have no power. But Billy Mitchell is notoriously a vexatious litigant. So, who did you think you were gonna fucking win against? But these YouTubers got to realize, this is how it happens. Carl, if you watch his earliest videos, he's like, oh, the hardest tricks in GoldenEye speedrunning and shit like that. And then they start getting some traction off of calling people out, and it's for stupid shit. It's the Todd Rogers dragster thing. It's the Queen Pons a lot, Alatreon thing. That kind of thing. But it's always silly. And then they think that they're going to become actual investigative journalists. And then go after bad people. And it makes perfect sense why the judge in the case would think oh, you have something against Billy and you're trying to fuck with him. So, and I'm not going to allow that. Because if Carl did not appear so crazy vexatious, or not vexatious, if he didn't look so just unhinged and aggressive and constantly taking pot shots at Billy, A, the damages would have been far smaller, but B, the judge would have had no reason to think like, oh, you're actually trying to fuck with Billy. Of course, you know, you were trying to cause him material harm. Somehow, yeah, DSP, I don't know. I don't follow not DCB. I do follow DCB, but he's not a lolcow. I don't follow DSP because I just find him fucking boring. Because he makes like all this fucking content every single day, and I just have no interest in watching him badly play games or talk about money issues or whatever the fuck. But he stays in his lane. That's my point. Man, almost 9 years ago. This really is the stream of just like vacuous nostalgia, isn't it? Where we're just like, hey, do you remember when this happened? That was like 500 years ago. Isn't that crazy? Kind of. Well, I think Billy even wanted to settle. That's the thing, right? Is it? I think I haven't seen evidence of this, but I'm pretty sure that Billy, the Memberberry stream, yes, absolutely. Billy wanted to settle, and Carl, his ego got too big, and he was like, "No, I think I can beat this bully." Like, no. Even if you think you will win. Also, you missed a crystal near the lake. That's fine. I'll go back and get it. Even fucking if, you think you have an ironclad fucking case, it is still very, very easy to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Sorry, defeat from the jaws of victory, right? Hold on. Which way do I have that? Defeat from the jaws of victory. Correct, yes. It is so easy to think like, you know, this is so easy, I don't have to, like, safeguard myself. Even, again, fucking if, you have to give a bully what he wants and take down the video. Does it matter? Does it matter at the end of the day? You could just be like, well, Billy is a horrible person and was trying to bankrupt me, so guess what? I'm not going to give him that. Instead, I am going to take the high road and just settle this and not put my family at risk. He could have absolutely done that and would have come out looking great, honestly. Carl would have looked like a guy who is concerned about the bigger picture and not, like, chasing after this fucking internet victory where he's like, yeah, I just, you know, defeated the ultimate challenge. 5 minutes left on the pizza. I hope it's a good pizza. You know, even if it's just frozen. I like frozen pizza. I have incredibly low standards for food, to be perfectly honest. As long as it doesn't make me sick and it tastes good. Maybe that would give me the dubious title of slop enjoyer to some people, but, like, I got bigger shit to think about than fucking... and obviously that doesn't mean that I eat like garbage. But I'm genuinely not, like, thinking about... I'm not thinking about, like, oh, can I get better pizza someplace else? I really don't care. The obscuring the lawsuit thing, considering Carl made pickup artistry videos before, I wouldn't be surprised if there was some sort of manipulative intent behind it. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. I'm really, like I said, I like Carl's videos, but he is just a YouTuber. He is just a YouTuber, and YouTubers are known for being fucking pond scum. You really are as Marigold. Listen, I can clean my room. I can take a shower. So, actually, you're incorrect. Yeah, I see there's a crystal. Present company excluded, I hope. I don't know, Jake. Are you trying to, like, swindle people out of money? In some ways, I could even find it admirable. Get that bag. It's fucking expensive out there. I don't know. At the end of the day, like, it's not like I enjoy bad people in the slightest, but at the same time, there's so much shit that happens. Oh, he said this horrible fucking thing. I'm like, I don't care. I genuinely could not give a single solitary fuck. Just don't be actually, like, ripping people off for money and committing crimes and fucking people over, and I'm fine. Trying to learn new program, please help. What program are you trying to learn? That's all High School Mean Girls bullshit. Yeah, absolutely. And you know, in some ways it's interesting. In some ways it's fun. Did I get all the Raritanium? It's not even telling me that there's Raritanium anymore. There might be one more crystal. I think that's it. There's one more crystal and no more Raritanium, and then I've cleared out this fucking field. There are 2 more crystals. Okay. Let's go find them, boys. Alright, let's do a sweep. We're going to do a proper perimeter sweep. We're going to do this in an organized and logical manner, just like what I do to my diapers. The guy at camp said 34. Okay. Got it. So we got 2 more. We're going to do it, chat. We're going to 100% this. Because number go up, and that's fun. One should be near the lake, but I don't know about the other one. That's fine. We will find it. I've also had a crippling addiction to Binding of Isaac. Insanely fun, but also punishing game. That's it. That's one of those classic middle school games for me. Because there's a couple games. I remember talking about this actually on the Minecraft alpha stream that I did, because that was also a member berries stream in some regards. There's just like these games that like I remember all my fucking friends being into, and you know, at the time I had some experience with the world of gaming. Of course, I've been playing retro games for quite a while at that point. And you know, occasionally like I remember playing Black Ops with my stepmom. That was my first I was about to say RPG. My first FPS game, Black Ops, on PS3. That was fun. I remember we would do like co-op missions and stuff together. Maybe we would do some online deathmatch too, which is pretty funny to imagine 9-year-old Cammy fucking doing deathmatch. But, you know, then I had met I wonder how he's doing these days. I really should drop in and see how he's doing. Aaron, one of my old friends, I consider him my first friend because he's just the first one that I can really remember. There are people that I knew earlier that like became friends of mine, but Aaron was the first guy that I got like really like, you know, attached to and hung out at his house and all that good shit. But anyway, when I met him, he bought me Minecraft. Again, this is 2012, so this is going way the fuck back. This was before Microsoft owned it, any of that shit. Any game is an RPG if you're brave enough. I like the way you think. But yeah, so suddenly I had a Steam account, so I was playing in TF2. Suddenly, you know, all of Aaron's friends and sort of like acquaintances of mine were playing like Realm of the Mad God, and there's the crystal. And Binding of Isaac was another one that I remember a lot. And obviously Minecraft. Obviously everybody in that fucking circle played Minecraft. And then I had discovered how much I enjoyed Half-Life 2 Deathmatch and Quake, and sort of got into that kind of old style of shooter that really disappeared after fucking I would say 2007 or so was kind of the last gasp. Once TF2 kind of escaped into the world, everything was, you know, about, oh, there's the last crystal. Everything was about, like, you know, Call of Duty and Left 4 Dead and Battlefield and that kind of shit. You got a skill point! Yay! And of course now, Gears of War, you know, shooters just, they got different, and they stopped being like arena shooter type stuff. And these days, I can still zone out playing Unreal Tournament and Quake and all that good shit. And again, this is where I was going with that whole, man, there's so much I want to do comment. I still want to make maps for Quake. I still want to make maps for Gary's Mod. Oh, can I? What happens if I drive this into the ravine? Let's try it, chat. Oh. That happens. Anyway. There are 0 crystals remaining in the desert. 148,888. That is a nice ass number. I had a dream where I had a vitamin so good that I get all the powers of the spy from TF2. That sounds like a fun dream. I had a weird ass dream last night that my I don't remember most of it, unfortunately. but my mom had handed me like a graphic novel about a bunch of furries trying to avoid like a post-apocalyptic parasitic infection, something like that. It was fucked up. It was a fucked up thing, and I just I wish I remembered more about it, because I woke up and I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy. I remember an article, The Last of Fur. There you go. I remember an article saying how TF2 would define shooters, but then Call of Duty 4 came out in the same year and defined shooters instead. It's really interesting how there's kind of nothing that ever took the place of TF2, you know? Like, TF2 had, you know, its run where it was huge, and then everybody thought that Overwatch was going to replace it, and then Overwatch fucking died, and TF2 is still around. It's not that TF2 is in any glorious state itself at this point, though, to be honest. I used to read the thread on the TF2 community, and just it's such a shit show. It's such a disaster. The bot problem was crazy, and it just doesn't seem like the game that I played, you know? Which is why I think the last time I booted it up was like 2015. Yeah, dude, which is crazy to me. I remember the big thing that I remember is when they changed the rules regarding idling, because a lot of where I would actually spend time playing was idle servers, just because I just wanted to shoot people. I didn't really care about the gameplay stuff, and to be perfectly honest, on servers, they haven't brought back quick play. That's crazy to me. I don't want fucking matchmaking in my games. I want quick play. Anyway, but yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought. That kind of sucks. Where was I going with this? Too much yapping. How do you submerge? How do you submerge? Can you not swim? Okami might have won. Oh. Oh, I see what you're supposed to do. Yeah, no, it's like they tried to chase Overwatch. Oh, idling, right. So, the thing about TF2 was that if you tried to play, like, you tried to try hard the game, and you'd play it the right way, you know, and you'd be, you know, a good teammate or whatever. On public servers, even back then, it was very difficult to like, actually play the game properly. I remember people got really, for whatever reason, really annoyed at me because I was a medic that was trying my best to spread around my Ubers. And people were on the mic being like, oh yeah, here comes a medic, you know. Like, it was good, and then they randomly started getting annoyed at me. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm playing the game the way you're supposed to play it, you know. So a lot of the time I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to be on this idle server, and I'm just going to shoot people, because I find that fun. And then they changed all the rules to idling, which is fine, I kind of get it. And then, Meet Your Maker happened, and, Man vs. Machine, and I was like, man, yeah, idle and achievement servers. It was just, I don't know, it was just a place to see weird shit and just to zone out, which is kind of like the ideal of any online multiplayer game, is just to like, just Man vs. Machine. Sorry, I thought that was a Y. No, you're right, Man vs. Machine. 99 bot deathmatch. I have, honestly, if I am going to ever play TF2 again, it's going to be against bots. It's going to be just against bots offline, because that's what I prefer. They literally recycled the Man vs. Machine matchmaking code. That's crazy, noob, whining about a medic playing well. Yeah, no, I mean, again, it's hard. It's hard. You wanna play the game properly, but that's kind of, you know, when nobody else is doing that, it just looks kind of try hard. I mean, even on like your 24/7 2-fort servers, there's gonna be 6 fucking snipers. It's just how people want to play the game. Why is this? What do I do? Do I terminate this? Yes. Logan, what's good? Oh, and then you can wall jump, right? Yeah. Oh, that's neat as hell. That's some Insomniac fucking level design right there. That's neat. And then I remember that people were trying to like AstroTurf like TF2 Classic into existence and all that kind of stuff, and they just never caught on. I was like, oh, maybe I'll try that, and then I never tried that. There it is. There's the glider. Might be coming back down soon for a vacation. Fuck yeah, dude. We gotta get together. It was fun as shit hanging out over Christmas. I remember this thing. I remember not being very good at it for whatever reason. And there's the platinum bolt. Heyo. I did. It was okay, but I don't like how random crits and random spread are disabled by default. The comp obsessed guys got into it. That's another thing, is that you get this chunk of people who are like, they don't realize that TF2 was never meant to be a particularly serious game. Like, that's why it never had an esports scene, because it's sort of like reminds me of, what's it called, Hearthstone, where it's like a strategic game, but it's also meant to just be kind of silly. But then people take it way too fucking seriously, and then they're like, no, there can't be any randomness. I have to be able to win if I have the better whatever the fuck. And I'm like, man, terminally online people ruin everything. There's also a thing hidden on top of one of the pillars in the canyon. This is like playing Smash with melee players. I'm expecting to see a reappraisal of... I've already started seeing people play like N64 Smash. I'm expecting Brawl to eventually get the same treatment. Just because I've even seen people who exclusively play Melee and are like, man, this is fucking boring. It's like, yeah, turns out it's boring when you turn off all of the fun luck-based stuff and then play the same game for 20 years. Turns out that's really fucking boring. Yeah. Ooh, we have enough money for the plasma coil now. Valve tried to force an esports scene into existence, but it didn't work because the game fundamentally wasn't built for it. Exactly. And that's kind of the thing is, right? I remember I used to watch a channel, and I'm kind of curious to see how he's doing at this point. I remember he did like a visual redesign, and I really wasn't into it. But it was his name was Nerd Slayer, and he did this series called Death of a Game. And Death of a Game would take a look at a game that, is... I think Moon actually showed me it. A game that launched and then failed. And some of these games were like legitimate successes, but then they kind of faded into into obscurity. And sometimes the games failed right out of the gate, and then sometimes they literally got pulled off the market like a week or two into them being out there. His Concord episode was full of cope. I'm not surprised. I don't know. I remember I posted a comment. Yeah, no, he made good videos, but I remember he did like a visual redesign that I wasn't into, and he had like a really bitchy comment about it. Like, he replied to it being like really bitchy. I was like, damn, I was just sharing my opinion, dude. I don't know, I've been watching you for a while. People like that are fucking gay. I've never liked that. That happened actually in a Discord. Unsurprisingly, it happened in a Discord earlier, where some guy had mentioned that he didn't like something that was like AI generated as part of like an album. And somebody was like, oh, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. It's like, fuck you, I paid money for this. I get to complain all I want. Suck my entire dick. Anyway, but yeah, so his stuff was really interesting, right? The Nerd Slayer guy, and he had there was like a staple of so many games that he covered. They're like, oh, they tried to force an esports scene. It's like, guys, I know esports kind of became the meme for the longest time, but not for nothing. Esports kind of suck. I don't know how to tell you this. It's like when I saw the Linkin Park Resurgence, just to see 90% of it be AI art and other stuff was disappointing. Yeah. Why do you complain? Nothing's going to change. Why are people like this? Why do people get so fucking... It's like a black pilling thing. Like, it has to be cope. It has to be cope where, you know, either you genuinely think like, oh, nothing can change. It's that nothing ever happens bullshit. I see that all the time where people are like, nothing ever happens when something is clearly happening. Because you got to be smarter. You got to be smarter than everybody else. You got to be above it, you know, that kind of thing. They don't like people criticizing things they like, but don't want to admit it, I find. Yeah, that too. You have people who are they don't realize that part of a healthy association, a healthy attachment to liking something is admitting that it has faults, you know? In fact, if you don't think that something has faults, which can happen, you know, some people, you know, have that album that are like, I love every song, you know, or they have that game where they're like, nothing really turns me off about it, you know? It's definitely very fair, you know, that can happen, but I'm talking about like the really psychotic end of things where you're like, no, I cannot admit that there's anything wrong with this because it, you know, I don't know what it is. It's toxic positivity after a fashion, you know. But yeah, in terms of games, just esports, dude. I've never gotten the appeal. I don't want to watch a bunch of sweaty nerds play a fucking video game that I can play. I don't think it's impressive that you can play it at the high level. Like, this is sort of funnily enough, actually, with my interest in arena shooters, I've never once been into the competitive arena shooter side of things. I've never been into it. I remember I was in a Discord server a little bit it was like a server for people who play old arena shooters, like DOS era games. And they still get together and they play them, whatever. And it was a cool idea, but the problem is that everybody in that server was like really like, oh, you know, all the bunny hopping, all the like I've memorized all the maps kind of stuff, and it's like, man, that's not fun. It's not fun. It's not fun to like when against bots, it's one thing, and maybe some of it is a little bit like, oh, I hate losing, but it really is bullshit when you have somebody who's just like so high level at the game and you're trying to play against them and you know that there's no chance that you can even get a shot in, and that's what happened. Yeah, no, I should buy this plasma coil, but instead we're just gonna stare at it a little bit longer while I ramble. The TF2 example is funny because Valve specifically said when they were making the game that they wanted to make a game where the players could have fun without being sweaty. Yeah. Like, it's not a sin to have a game where fun kind of comes before being good at it, you know? That's not a bad thing, but you have people who try hard at them. Like, when occasionally I would join stuff with this DOSBox Deathmatch Club, I would join them, and again, I could not get a shot in. I would join, I would turn a corner, I would be dead. And I'm like, man, that's not fun. That's not fun when you have guys who clear the map instantly. 30 seconds, they're across the other side of the map. They get all the guns immediately, they get all the ammo immediately, and then they just spend the rest of the game picking off the people who fucking suck at it. It's like, that's not fun. And I remember when I made my Quake map last year, when I made that deathmatch map, I had people in that server who were like, well, you should maybe get rid of these little floor things. They kind of stop you from bunny hopping. I'm like, that's the reason I want to keep them, because they stop people from bunny hopping. I get it. Bunny hopping makes you feel all cool and shit, and it's super easy. I've never been able to get the hang of bunny hopping, but I get it. It's cool and all. But, like, it is, even though it's, like, a staple of these games, it is kind of, like, ruining it a little bit. You know, it's not intended. And don't get me wrong, I don't think that you have to play games as they're intended, but it just becomes in some like it just becomes about pure movement speed, which is fine if everybody is on that same playing field and it truly becomes two people who are decently matched to the same skill level. But when you have people who do this shit every Tuesday, and then you have people who occasionally drop in, there's such a massive power discrepancy there that it's not fun. It's not fun, you know? And in those kinds of games, that's why we have random crits. That's why we have, you know, random chance events that normalize things a little bit. I remember when we played Deathmatch Classic and I sucked for the first half of the match and did that sweat thing in the second. Yeah, I mean, like, of course there's always going to be, you know, people who are better at it. I was surprised at how shit I did when we did the Quake Deathmatch test. I was surprised at how shit I did, but I was having fun because it felt like I could get a shot in. But yeah, exactly. The whole point of the 9 classes was you could find the one that you play, whichever one you find fun. That's why most people became Pyros, because Pyro's easy as shit. You just W plus M1, you know. But yeah, it's like early CS. Sorry, I'm just reading chat because now I have I went on a real tangent and there's a bunch of stuff to read. It's like early CSGO where no one knew how to play it and it was super easy to go up rank. Yeah, there's kind of a fertility to a new game, whereas something like Quake 3, I've never gotten into Quake 3 because it's a solved game. It's a solved game, and if you play with anybody who's been playing for, God, almost 30 fucking years, what are you going to find? You're going to find your ass flattened. That's not fun. It's not fun to just not have a fucking chance at it, you know? Counter-Strike Source at one point was a large part of my life because it was so easy to mod and it was awesome. Never liked the turn Valve took with CSGO. Yeah, I played a lot of CSS with bots also. That was another thing I did. I remember I had a little fake game mode that I had made where it was kind of like a zombies mode where you could set all of the bots to... you could set their skill level. So I set them all to expert. And then I said that they could not use anything but knives. I turned off pistols, I turned off shotguns, grenades, anything. All they could use was knives. And it would be one person, me, on the counter-terrorist team, and then 20 bots on the terrorist team. And you would be surprised, because Counter-Strike is not a game where you can just blow 20 dudes away. And these bots were really, really good at, you know, getting around all the crevices in Office or whatever. As a result... you had to watch your back at all times. And I'm sure, as you know, if you have the knife in Counter-Strike, if you get somebody in the back, it's an instant kill. So, and even if you weren't backstabbed, if they all converged on you, it became very, very difficult to get away from that. So it was actually a pretty decently matched thing like that. And it was with bots. And I find over and over that I tend to just enjoy things more when there's not a community involved. Because I suck socially. Honestly, I hate how much comp players and people like Uncle Dane spread this random crits are bad, gaslighting everybody into making the game worse in the name of balance. Yeah, it's tryharding. It's tryharding because they feel like, well, if I'm the best at this, if I'm the absolute best at this, then I should win every single time. And crits are the one thing going, motherfucker, you gotta get your little brother, you gotta give him a shot. This is a podcast. Jake, how about you contribute to the conversation instead of just shitting on the fact that I'm not playing the game? Fine, tell you what, fuck you. There you go. Fuck you. Here you go, Jake. There we go, not a podcast. TF2 is already chaotic enough, so I'm not a big fan of random crits. I mean, that's fair. Not every design decision in a game is going to do something for everybody. Just run around in circles. Jake needs the visual stimulation, so I'm going to do exactly that, guys. But yeah, it's tryharding, and it's something that has always turned me off of like getting into arena shooters with people. Is that if they're not total casuals at it, they will. If they're not total casuals at it, they just dominate. And realistically, how are you supposed to get better at it? Because you're just going to spend the entirety of the game dying over and over. You're not going to be able to practice your aiming. There's not going to be any tense moments where there's like, you know, oh, here's this, you know, middle corridor in E1, M2, and, you know, he had a rocket launcher and I just had a nail gun, but I still managed to get him. You know, like that's That doesn't happen when you play with people who are just so ungodly good at it that you're never going to get any better. That's why I enjoy a little bit of randomness. That's why it is nice to let people win sometimes, you know. Maybe in the spirit of the fucking community, it's okay to not be the absolute best at a video game, you know. I don't bother with b-hopping since it's annoying having to do that instead of just moving around and having fun. Yeah, and that was the thing. When I had this map, I had this Quake map, and I put in these flooring details, which were just like little like railings or whatever, and they didn't affect movement at all unless you were bunny hopping. And I had people going, well, these would stop someone from bunny hopping. And I went, first off, I don't want to change it because I think the floor being flat would look ugly. But then second, you're telling me that people will not be able to abuse the moving mechanics to gain an unnecessary advantage at my map? Shit. I see your point. I'm not going to change this. You know, Jake is a big Wii U fan. The Wii U did deserve better. I appreciate the fact that you could play Wii games in HD, you know? I like that. Can you imagine anybody randomly tuning into the stream right now is going, why are you running in circles? And it's because of Jake. I blame Jake for a lot of things, to be perfectly honest. Okay, we have the glider, so we can go back to Planet Fuck You. I don't even know what planet it was called. Making me dizzy. 1v1 me in Minecraft if it's a problem. Random, but I think most of my problems center around I have too much shit, like data spread across computers and shit. Honestly, I tuned into the stream rate and we're wondering why you were running in circles. Did I see the Betacraft thing? I did not. What thing are they doing with Betacraft now? Honestly, that's why I've always, about the whole color and texture thing, that's why I really like how PS2 games look. Because they're just detailed enough that, like, you get a really nice art style going on, but they're not so detailed that I'm like, what am I supposed to be looking at? Honestly, I do want to play through Tony Hawk 1+2. I saw the early screenshots of it, and I'm like, man, why is it so overly detailed? Where am I supposed to be looking? All the shadows and stuff are just fucking visual noise. I don't need all the money on screen. I'm sorry, I just don't. Wasn't last year like Skibbity speak or something as the language? Maybe. Oh, is this a Minecraft April Fool's thing? No one is funny anymore. Oh man. Yeah, maybe a little bit. All right. Anyway, glider time. Betacraft proxy specifically. See, I propose that we retire the term Goy Slop and we instead go with Google Gulp. I like that. Also, sorry, I can't read chat at the moment. I'm too busy gliding. Oh, alright, first try. First try. Savannah is pretty funny, I agree. Man, you guys remember when I was on the fucking Golden Age subreddit and like, man, what was that? What had happened? I had to quit it because the people on there were just so special, so fucking special. Oh, I remember. It was a guy who, there was I don't even know how old this person was, but they had posted this build. It was a build of like a nice castle or something like that. And this guy whole ass screenshots the screenshots of the build and puts text over it saying, this looks below average. This looks like a shitty 3D model. These people don't understand anything about Minecraft, that kind of thing. And I just had to marvel because I was like, why are you so fucking joyless? Why are you so mad that somebody else on the internet is building things in a way you don't like? And there were comments that I had made in that thread where I got massively fucking downvoted for it, you know? I'm like, guys, you suck. I hate to tell you this. You fucking suck. It's Minecraft. It's a game that you're supposed to be creative in. I'm sorry that, you know, there's people who aspire to something other than making a gigantic fucking block. But, like, maybe they hate us because they ain't us. Yeah. DCB would not downvote Wolves. He actually did. He logged into his Reddit and he was like, why did I downvote this? Mad because bad. I like it. It's true. It's very, very true. Alright. First try. Let's go. I just realized that Linz is Lynx in Spanish. I think it's supposed to technically be pronounced like Linsa or something like that, but no, ain't nobody got time for that.
Now, let's get the goods on that experiment.
Yatta! Sorry, you need 10,000 bolts.
I think I see the problem.
What? Now even the computers are charging us?
Man, I shouldn't have bought that plasma
This
gun.
galaxy blows.
Yeah, I should have bought the... Damn. I don't got enough bolts, guys. Sorry, I'm an ugly poor fat. That's it. This galaxy blows. This is very relatable. I go to Subway, they ask for a tip. Even the fucking Subways are asking for money. This galaxy blows. Wait, really? Really? You have to make your own sandwich at Subway? What? Is this how often I go to Subway? I had no idea. The black hole sun, what does it do? It comes. It comes and it washes away the rain. Perchance. The life kind, perchance. You should have done something for April Fools, I think. I did album reviews of my own albums. I reach over the counter and hit them if they don't give me enough turkey. I like Jake's way of doing it. Thank you. I'm glad you guys appreciate it. It was hard as shit to write out. Like, because when it comes to, like, you know, writing about something someone else makes, even if it's one of my friends, I can do it. But when it comes to writing about your own stuff, I'm like, how do I make this sound like me, but not like me? Not like I made it, you know? So, I'm glad you guys appreciate it. No! Lost Media! Blame it on Gorg. Yeah, that's what we were calling him. Blame it on Gorg. He can find it. Oh, we have 10,000 bolts. Alright. Here we go. It's time to go back and use that terminal. Whoops. Fuck. I uploaded a quote-unquote missing episode of The Tonight Show with Jay Leno and Blame It on Gorg tweeted it. I ended up in a Blame It on Gorg video once. That was fun. It was that when that Godspeed You album, the really early one that was lost media for like 20 years when it finally dropped on and as a result they like 2 days later it ended up on Godspeed's fucking Bandcamp. I bought it. I still haven't listened to it, but I'm like, I just like owning lost media, and I ended up in a blame it on Gorg video. So I found that highly amusing because he took a screenshot of the Bandcamp page.
Dr. James D. Fullbladder reporting on Megacorp experiment number 13. This update is strictly classified. If you are watching this, you're fired.
Damn.
Early thinking held that the specimen was entirely docile in nature, even overt provocation failed to incite it. But the late Dr. Putrid's son observed that natural levels of monster propanase in the experiment's bloodstream were...
I didn't even start. I didn't even get out of orientation.
Attempts at neutralizing the specimen's violent tendencies were met with limited success. Our surviving staff recommend that the experiment be destroyed immediately at Megacorp's deep space disposal facility.
The computer's log indicates that we were the first to view that recording.
So Fizzwidget must not know. We've got to warn him.
Hello.
Mr. Fizzwidget, you're safe! Sir, brace yourself. We just saw a video of your experiment eating its handlers. I repeat, it eats its handlers.
Ah, yes. Low fat. Foam, no sprinkles.
Mr. Fizzwidget, do you copy? Anyone handling the experiment must exercise the utmost caution.
No, decapitate. What? Oh, yes. Exercise my frontmost cushion.
Sir, your experts recommend that the experiment be liquidated. We will meet you at your deep space disposal facility.
Ah, yes, my cheap date proposal facsimile. It's heavily guarded, so make sure to use the password. Which is, Quarktastic. Yes, blue.
Every day I destroy one videotape from the back room. That's so sad. We had at college we had pneumatic tapes that were in one of the conference rooms, just on a gigantic bookshelf. They just had a bunch of pneumatic tapes. I'm like, damn, I wish I could watch these, but I guarantee you there's not even a pneumatic deck on campus anymore. Also, yeah, the Family Guy pilot. I didn't even know about that until YouTube randomly recommended it to me. I'm like, oh shit, that finally dropped. I remember watching that back in the day, like the half of it that someone had taped for the upload that was right before the Super Bowl. I was like, I still have not finished it. I really should though, because it was funnier than I remember. Early Family Guy is still funny. I don't even give a fuck. Early Family Guy slaps. After it started getting brought back a million times, I would say I probably I probably could do without that shit. But you know. Chris Farley Shrek media tapes? That sounds weird. I did not know anything about this. Do tell.
All right, input the password now.
Check. Here goes.
You better check that code.
I am sure it was correct.
He didn't specify like the caps or anything.
Gotta hold them off until Fizzwidget gets here.
Your password didn't work, and now the disposal facility's defenses are attacking you. Interesting. Chris Farley was supposed to be Shrek. I did not know this. I didn't know this. Wow. Alrighty. Let me see if I can remember how to do this. I don't think that's how we do this. Okay. First try. Fuck you. Oh, a repair bot. Oh god. Ooh, interesting. We have Extra weaponry. Gonna go charge my phone. I'll be back. Thanks, man. All good. I meant to say thanks for showing up, but I did not finish that thought. Oh, X. Duh. Press the X button to fire your regular shits. Hover turret repaired. Damn. So what? I just have to destroy all of the turrets and then make sure that the repair bots don't fix it? Okay. I think I can do that. Raritanium, yeah. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm really bad at flying. I've gotten so disoriented. There's a guy. You're gonna get stuck here like Kid Me did, so here's my foolproof advice for beating this terrible mission. Shrek is Jewish? Alright, hold on. Fuck. Damage each turret slightly, do a full lap, and then on the second lap destroy them. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good. So we'll do 2 shots for each. Thanks, YouTube. Really appreciate it. Ooh, that's working. Oh, that's real shit. Thanks, Moon. Very cool.
Can you hear me?
So, you gave us an erroneous password.
Plausible. Unless, is this Tuesday or Wednesday? Anyway, sorry to have missed our meeting, but I was called away to film a commercial for our weapons facility.
But sir, what about the...
Commercial? I was great. Here, watch this.
Megacorp keeps you warm.
Does it?
Keeps you healthy. And now keeps you safe. Hello, I'm Abercrombie Fitzwidget, and I'd like to welcome you to the new Megacorp weapons facility. We offer guided tours to show you how our weapons are made. Our highly trained experts spend their day creating the latest in heavy-duty weaponry to protect you and your whole family.
Damn. Damn.
So stop by today and bring the kids. Our tours are both informative and fun. And who knows? You just might learn something.
That was one handsome fellow, eh, boys? Fizz, out.
Sir, wait! Mr. Fizzwidget, come in!
Perhaps we can still find him at the weapons facility.
Nope, not doing more shit. Fuck you. I'm not very good at being a parkour ninja on Roblox. Have you considered CSS surf maps? Ooh, this shit is a this would be a nice ass thumbnail. Sadly, I'm gonna blow through this and it won't match up to the next episode. But man, that's a nice thumbnail. These planets, like, they start out with such nice scenery. Anyway, look away if you don't like me beating squirrels. These are some heavy-duty squirrels. What the fuck?
Facial recognition technology. Like report here.
I don't think that squirrels can stand up to that much machine gun fire in real life. Ooh. Terrorism. Why does it flash? There we go. I was about to say, why does it flash if I can't kill it? Difficulty spikes starting here. Have fun. Thank you. Very cool. Very glad to hear it, Moon Moon. You can kill the tourists. Which is great? Question mark. There's 2 skill points here. One for breaking the rockets and another for ensuring the tourists survive. Neat. You know, I don't want to fuck up my childhood Ratchet save, but I have been thinking about, like, going back through and 100%ing it. I guess mostly just because of the dates. Mostly I don't want to lose the dates attached to the save. But I still have an image of the memory card before I did anything to it. So maybe I'll just do it and be okay with it. I don't know. Copy? Well, the thing is that there's only one copy of it now. It's on my finished card. These fucking squirrels! Why are they so powerful? Bro! Copy that magic gate. Sony's gonna love that. You guys know that there's, like, copy protection that games can put on their saves, and, like, nothing had it. Nothing had it, and also, if you use, like, Launch Elf, you can get around it. You just copy it that way. I like how each rocket launches differently. That's kind of, or explodes differently. That's very fun. Let's see how many shots it takes to get the rocket to explode. $150 shots. Big satisfying. Big satisfying. Animal Crossing for the PS2. I'm on board. Hey, look, more tourists. I think I might protect these. Look at him go. You know what? We're gonna full fucking blitz cannon. Really, really not good when you can't figure out software and there's no instructions. What's confusing you about it, and how come you can't just use your normal PNG tuber stuff for it? The tourists are looking up at the rocket that doesn't exist anymore. That's so funny. Whoa! Oh my god. That was close. Yay! That was cool. Thank you, Moon Moon. Fuck that guy, though. I'm making a diesel-style PNG tuber, and my old software I was using got abandoned and doesn't work properly. So you gotta switch software now? That super sucks. Boom. This is way more fun than the Trespasser. I don't think VTubers have a forerunner. I think all of the ingredients were invented in the last 20 years. Well, I mean, there was mental illness before. Sorry, I'm poor. I have to break everything. When are you making your VTuber persona? Like I said, I've seen some people do some weird shit with Marth. Somebody drew like a hyper-realistic Marth in like a dress and platform shoes back in like 2018. That shit is probably on stream somewhere in my VOD archive. And I'm like, man, you know, I'm good. I'm good. Marth is just a guy. He's just a little guy. He's got annoying purple shades. He fucking annoys people. It's great. We don't need VTuber Marth. Well, I haven't really explored a whole lot, so let's do that. You missed the 4th rocket crashing down on top of some enemies. What an odd thing to be breakable. I love how many things in this game are breakable, dude. It's so satisfying. And you get money. Which is good when you're poor, because I bought this fucking gun. Reminding me, I gotta use the Seeker gun more. I gotta upgrade that shit. Is this in poor taste? This is Lego Star Wars. Ratchet the domestic terrorist. Listen. He was just Ratchet the blue-collar worker, but unfortunately that shit don't pay anymore. You do what you gotta. I think the police might come talk to you sometime soon. That's okay. I'm not actually a danger. I just play one on the internet. Falling Down, starring Ratchet. Falling Down didn't have guns this cool, though. In fact, it might have gone a lot differently had he had a mini nuke. I called the Aliquippa Police Department. Consequences will never be the same. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Alright, let's actually seriously try to play the level. That's the damn observation deck. That's a fucking big fall. I missed one. Oh, here's a thing. Wait, this just goes back to my ship. Oh, I see. I see. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm a little bit mentally handicapped. Nope. 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 Fuck. I didn't notice. Thank you, Jake. You're too kind. Fuck. 2025 is my year of, yeah, I have ailments. It is still super weird to just, like, refer to myself as, like, being mentally ill or something. Like, I don't know. I'm so used to, like, that's for other people. There we go. Got it. We're just gonna do that. Oh god. Oh god, it's full of landmines. First try. I like to think I'm better at working with them now. I feel like, I'm definitely a lot better equipped to handle things than I used to be. I mean, even just streaming. You guys remember how much of a pain in the ass streaming used to be for me. I can blow up the cameras. Very cool. There were streams where I used to quit because I was just frustrated, and now I feel like I'm just a lot better at it in general, so people have more to talk about. But, yeah. No, I want the tractor beam.
When using the tractor beam, try strafing to better position objects. To strafe, hold L2 or R2 while running.
Oh, this looks wrong. This looks fucking wrong. Oh, it's this guy. Get over here, motherfucker. I'm gonna shove you into the... I can't. I can't shove him into the zapper. There we go. Where's this other guy? That's right. Get your fat ass over here.
Access denied. Only Inspector Bond personnel permitted. Clearance granted.
This really is Half-Life 2. Valve Software's Ratchet and Clank going Commando. I think they should have had PS2 games on the Steam store. Don't ask me how that works, but they should have. It's a missed opportunity. Boom. CS:GO for the Xbox and then never again. Well, they had the orange box. They had Portal 2. They had the original Half-Life 2 for the Xbox. They didn't have it for the 360 or the PS2. Where's Amplitude for PC? Didn't make sense to port games to your competition. That's why they did it over and over, though, dude. There was Half-Life for PS2, Half-Life for Dreamcast, Half-Life 2 for Xbox, Orange Box, Portal 2 was on all that. But yeah, Amp for PC. Honestly, I'm still annoyed at Harmonix for being such fucking imbeciles and just being so attached to a name that means nothing. It meant that we could have had Amplitude on PC and had actual like a custom scene or maybe even a music store. And Amplitude works for like a shit ton of different songs, you know, as opposed to Rock Band and Guitar Hero, which only work for full band songs, really. No. Okay. Clearly I'm doing this incorrectly. I guess the ports stopped when Valve stopped making games. Let go, baby hippo. You guys remember when Valve was good? I remember. Valve was good for 5 years. It's over. They hit the wall. Most things hit the wall. Most things have a shelf life. The guys who did a PS1 Quake 2 port wanted to make a Half-Life 1 PS1 port. That would have been fucking bonkers. They probably could have pulled it off too, but Valve is Valve. I mean, not for nothing. Oh, I see. It's a puzzle. Oh, I gotta use my 200 IQ. Hold on. I don't even know what I was about to say. It would have been so cool. Honestly, I feel like it's possible now. Why am I pink on the chat widget thing? Because you're just so... This is... You're so... I don't know how to tell you this, Jake. I don't know. It's a little bit delicate. We in the... I am not a femme. No, I wouldn't call you a femme. I would just call you really fruity. I would call you a poofter, perhaps. Oh, I see. Now it gets moved back and forth. So I gotta be like... I gotta move with it. Yeah! First try. If I was at Somnol, I would leave it again. Sorry, Jake, you can only do that once. I'll send you another invite in my sleep, no worries. I wasn't even drinking that night and I did that shit. Okay. So. I hate Valve puzzles. Ratchet, probably. Oh, man. Okay, so it's not that one. Oh, I see. It'll show you the size. That's why it's not fitting. Okay. Guys, you just gotta use your brain. So wait, this guy definitely should fit over here, right? Yeah, he's the one. The tractor beam is mesmerizing. It is a nice effect. It is a very nice effect. It kind of reminds me of, there's a similar effect in the first Ratchet and Clank. I think for the, it was like a gun that morphed things. The Morph Ray, that was what it was called. Very similar effect. Boom. Real shit. Ratchet, the puzzle-solving domestic terrorist. Can I just get on top of it? Yeah. I love how they can shoot each other. That's great. Anyway, here's a new gun. Use the Seeker gun. The Sheepinator! Nope, I died. Wait. Oh, there you go. It makes sheep. I think you figured out the software. I'm very glad. I always knew you could. Sheep. This isn't going quite as smoothly as I hoped. Alright. Alrighty. Turns things into sheep. Let's give it a shot on some of these fucking squirrels. Except for the fact that I keep getting shot. Man. I'm just an honest sheep fucker. I don't know. See, there we go. I'm getting my ass handed to me, though. I gotta stop fucking with this gun. You know, you're right. I think I'm going to start using the Seeker gun some more. I do want to clear out this planet before we call it quits for the evening, but I'm having a good time. I hope you guys are as well. Oh man, the Seeker gun takes him out in one fucking hit. That's nice. Thank you, I needed all this help. That's what happened at the end of Tak. Hey guys, you want to talk about the ending of Tak and the power of Juju? What a steaming pile of fucking shit that game was. Wet fart of an ending. That's Savannah's favorite way to describe it. Thank you, Kevy. Very cool. It's accurate, though. It is very accurate. Oh, man. Why is this so smoggy in here? Bro, this is just like when I come out of the cooler at work and I'm like, is that Zaza I smell? Seriously, I will walk right out of the back room sometimes and just like, wow, boy, that sure is weed. Thanks, guys. I mean, we're technically not supposed to sell to VIPs. I guess marijuana doesn't count, I guess. I don't know. Having another PSP would go pretty hard, as would be being a furry, I suppose. I don't know. I got work in the morning. What do I want to do with this? Oh, that's right. I don't have to switch to it. It's another one of these. First try. Owning more than one Nintendo Wii should get you deported. Jake, you know you want multiple Wii's. You gotta have multiple. You gotta have multiple. All right, it's free real estate. Why are they so bullet spongy? All right, fuck you. Oh, I can't. Brazil. Ooh, the silver PS2. What, the slim one? We used to have a bunch of slim ones. The one that I had as a kid scratched up discs, so all my PS1 Tony Hawk games are currently unplayable.
Angela Cross calling Ratchet on secure band 7 Echo Foxtrot.
7 Echo Foxtrot.
Angela,
Is that like Yankee Hotel Foxtrot?
Something quite working for you?
Not anymore. Apparently, someone's made them a better offer. I tell you, between the thugs and the proto-pet, this whole galaxy's heading for...
Wait, say again? Proto-pet?
Oh, yeah. It's what they're calling the experiment now. Here, watch this.
Why is Billy sad? Is he cold, hungry, or maybe just...
Oh, no, take it away!
lonely?
Me too.
Introducing the Megacorp Proto-Pet. Your child will shriek with joy when he meets our adorable friend. Want to play ball? So does the Proto-Pet. Need a partner for tag? Go find the Proto-Pet. Up for some cops and robbers?
Help! Please!
So is you-know-who. Just ask Billy. The Megacorp Proto-Pet. Stop by Planet Bolden and get yours free from Abercrombie Fitzwidget himself.
You mean that thing is going to be a pet?
Megacorp intends to market a killer that is simply unconscionable.
Which is exactly what I've been trying to tell you. There will be disastrous consequences for the entire galaxy if that monster is distributed.
We must get through to Mr. Fizzwidget.
If you still think he'll listen, you should try to catch him on the planet Bolden. I'll upload the coordinates.
This could be our last chance.
Do they not realize that, like, they're clearly gearing up for Mr. Fidgewidget to either not give a shit or be evil? Guys, do you know what happened last time you went looking for somebody to solve all your problems? You got Cork. Just saying. Oh, that's it. That's it for this planet. Shit. Well, I almost hate to say it, but I think it's time to wind down the stream. Damn. A tidy 2.5 hours for once. I mean, I feel like that's a fine stream. It's just always so hard to say goodbye. Wow, that's a lucky save right there. What the fuck? I don't know. It's not that I'm, like, dreading streams when they happen, but, like, I'm just a very lazy person, so it's very easy for me to, you know, I'll put off setting up for it, and then we get on, and I just, like, I don't know. It's a good-ass time. It's a Minnesota long goodbye. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah. You have to destroy all the things again before ending the stream. Maybe. But, thankfully, I do feel like this is a pretty decent time. Hold on. Now it's a pretty decent time to call it. At least I got in on time to be here. You caught a lot of it, dude. Honestly. You caught a pretty decent amount of it. I always start at 6 Eastern, so, you know. But, yeah, as far as PS2 slims go, they're pretty cool. The big thing is that they scratch discs over time because the ribbon cable comes out of place. There's only one slim where it doesn't do that. I have a fat one, which definitely seems to be a little bit more reliable, but that really doesn't matter because most of my games I play off of an MX4 card. I don't actually play them on a disc. MX4 is a fucking game changer. Like, genuinely. Anybody who has a PS2 and actively plays it needs some way of soft booting games, and MX4 is very, very good. Yeah, no, definitely, dude. I could even send you there's two things you need for it. You need an MC boot card, or maybe it's pronounced McBoot, I don't know. And then the other one is this MX4 card, which is a... Let's see if I can pull something up real quick, actually. And I'll show you what all of it is. Because it's genuinely great. What an MX4... It's called MX4 SIO. Firefox, why do you have to fucking update? Why do you have to fucking update? Kebby, are you mad at me for my Okami video? She's not mad. I was exaggerating earlier. She's not actually mad, but the thing is that there were, I guess, some moments where, like, it tells you stuff and you skip through it, probably for comedic effect, and she was like, but it tells you how to do it. And then you're like, well, I don't know what to do. So it is frustrating sometimes. But no, she's not actually mad at you. She's all good. Yeah, I'm curious to see how Okami 2 will turn out. Cabby will no doubt tell me. Alrighty. Excellent. So now, not mad, just disappointed. There we go. Transition. You know, they have the update pages for Firefox, but they just tell you about a feature that's already been a thing for some time. I remember one for picture-in-picture. See, I just use Firefox Developer Edition. Anyway. Yeah, so there's two components you need to soft mod PS2. I'll just go over this really quickly for you, Logan. So there's what's called free MC Boot. You can actually buy all this shit online. But anyway, free MC Boot, or free McBoot maybe it is a memory card that uses... It's a really neat exploit, actually, for how it works. Basically, the PS2 is meant to accept system updates off of a memory card. This is how, like, the DVD player was unveiled, because the software for the DVD player did not ship with the PS2, to my knowledge. So you would have, like, a DVD player startup disc that came out shortly thereafter, and then it would upload to your memory card the DVD player software. And when the console starts up, it would actually... integrate that update into the system. It's called an OSD SYS, or OSD sys update. And what FreeMCBoot does is it exploits that to add homebrew support. Sony caught this in the very, very end of the PS2's life cycle. So the 9000 or the 90,000 series has it patched out. There's a way to get it working. But basically, on most PS2s, whether that be the fat models or the slim ones, you can literally just plug in a memory card and it's modded. It's great. And you can still use that memory card for saves. So I have two memory cards plugged in right now. My white is at 99,000. So there is one way to get a free MC Boot going. It's called Fun Tuna. And basically, once you have you can do this on any other hacked PS2. But that goes the same for MC Boot as a whole. You need a homebrew entry point to be able to make it work. In order to get it to install first. But anyway, Fun Tuna, I think, just works as a normal save game, and then you go into the browser and it exploits it and like whatever, and then gives you that. So the 90,000 series is not a lost cause necessarily. It's just that it won't work in the normal way. Anyway, so you get this, and then the other thing that you get is what's called an MX4 SIO card. This is the one I have, actually. Although mine is green. And free DVD boot, that's another thing. I think free DVD boot works on all the later slims, but not some of the fat models. And then, of course, if you have a later PS2, you can also use Mechapone, which Mechapone is great. Basically, there's an authentication chip inside the PS2 called a Mechacon. And then with an exploit, you can actually get it to recognize any region's games, boot homebrew, and then there's also one other benefit to it. Oh yeah, it'll boot what's called master discs. So basically, it sort of turns the PS2 into a debugged PS2, which were special PS2 units for developers to be able to boot like games burned to DVD-R. And so it'll run master discs, or discs that have been patched to be master discs. Master discs are actually every time I build a new version of Marth GH, I go through the way to build a master disc, which is not the fastest thing to do. You can actually just build an ISO with like image burn or whatever, but I like to make sure that this stuff can actually run on a real PS2. But anyway, MX4 SIO is really great. 11 people watching me talk about how to hack a PS2. That's Kino. Anyway, so MX4 SIO is great because what it is, and it says it right here, it's an SD card adapter for PS2. But that really doesn't actually explain what it's good for. So normal, like the PS2 itself won't recognize this memory card. But you have a piece of homebrew called the Open PS2 Loader. And the Open PS2 Loader is a way to boot backups. So, for example, if I switch back over to the console, I'll show you this, Logan. If I switch back over to the console... Did I save the game? I'll save it one more time just to be sure. There we go. So if I switch back over to the console, you'll see instead of having the normal like towers in the background boot up screen, I have this free McBoot one. And then I have a couple of homebrew apps actually installed to the free McBoot card because it's just an 8 megabyte flash memory thing. You know, there's nothing fancy about it. You can write arbitrary data to it all you like. So here it is. So you get the normal browser, the system config, Launch Elf, which is a file manager. GSM Selector was one thing I was playing with to potentially get PS1 games to work correctly on my streaming setup. Memory Card Annihilator, which is a way to image and format memory cards. And then the OpenPS2 loader, like I said, which is a way to take that MX4 card, load it up with ISOs, and actually use it to play games without needing a disc. So it's really good for PS2s that are, say their disk drive is on the way out or their disk drive doesn't work, this kind of thing. So I have just a bunch of stuff on here. I have Amplitude. I have some of my own discs, the Amplitude demo pack, the Guitar Hero demo pack, Guitar Hero Rocks the 360, some other random games on here. I have my practice disc for the track pack. That's what I've been grinding out, trying to get the Freak Stream. I don't want to start a game necessarily. I could start Sega Rally. Sega Rally, by the way, is one of the games that's marked as not working on the spreadsheet, and it works just fine. Like, check it out. It's going to work just fine. A red PS2 Slim. I've never seen some of these colors. That sounds fancy. There we go. Sega Rally Championship. You know what? Fuck you. Let's do some Sega Rally. Let's do some Sega Rally, boys and girls, just to show. This is something that I've actually wanted to play for a while. It's a Japanese exclusive second disc that came with Sega Rally 2006. We did not get this in the States, but it's all in English, other than this part. Always got to go with this one. I don't remember. Lancia. It's the Lancia Integrale. I love the look of this car. It's just so fucking boxy. This car is so awesome looking.
3, 2, 1, go!
And we're off.
Easy right. Easy left.
So this is a Japanese exclusive game that I would not be able to play on this PS2 if it wasn't for having my setup. And I suck at it, but man is it fun. And this is an arcade perfect port, by the way. This is like as good as it gets. I think there's a third rally car that you can unlock in this game, and I don't know what it is. But this game will save, by the way. This will save your progress and some of your times. I had a much, still not great, but much better time than what I've got going on right here the other night, because I was just zoning out playing Sega Rally. There's no way this is 200 kilometers an hour. You're telling me that this game from 1994 might not be accurate? Alright, let's try actually doing a serious lap this time.
Check.
do it? I don't think I can do it. Nope. Nope. Retired. There's a stressful countdown sound. This game is fucking hard. This game is hard. If you go through the championship mode, I have not been able to... I think there was one time where I was able to get to the third world, or the third course. By the way, do you see that in the corner? That's right, there's a neutral gear. There's a goddamn neutral gear in a racing game. So, you know, you hit the accelerator, you're ready to go. There is first person. Which is nauseating. And then you just sit there with your thumb up your ass because you're in neutral. What were they thinking? I'm the fastest thing alive. That goes really hard, Jake. And there's the Airwolf copter. Fresh from being bought by that guy in Akewood. Tell me that car isn't fucking awesome looking. That is a sexy beast. Even in real life, it is that fucking chunky, by the way. That's awesome. I've always loved this car. This is one of my favorite cars. I love the colors on it too. The windows being dithered are really cool. That's a nice way to simulate transparency when you don't actually have transparency.
Long, easy right, maybe.
Long, easy right, maybe. Well, motherfucker, am I going long, easy right or not? Very long, easy left, maybe. I know that actually has a meaning in Rallycross, but whatever. Long, medium right. Come on, hit that checkpoint. Come on. We've got this. Boom. Real shit. Alright, I'm gonna fuck this up, but hold on. There's 12 people watching me play Sega Rally right now. Thank you, chat. So this is the final course. By the way, if you fuck up on the earlier courses, that affects how much time you have on the next course. No pressure, by the way. This game is hard. Did you see that? I don't think you can do that with a real car.
Long, medium left.
That's so sad. That's so sad. That game over screen is hot, though. The music is great, too. Let's just enjoy the music for a moment. I love these boxy rally cars. Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you. The Integrale is one of my favorite cars ever. I was so happy to finally get to buy the real one in GT2 and actually race with it. Actually, sadly, I can't have the... Oh, maybe I could. Hold on. Let me try something. Can I hide this but still have the music going? That'll work. I'm just going to end this stream off with the music. Let you guys enjoy a little bit of a groove on the way out. Thank you guys for watching. As always, it was a lot of fun. This stream was a lot of fun, guys. And I hope you enjoyed it as well. You stay here. You can't make me. I will see you guys back here next Tuesday where we play more Ratchet and Clank. As always, good stream. Thanks for watching, everyone. I love you. I will see you on Discord if I see you on Discord. Enjoy the rest of your week. Love you. Bye.